Welcome back to Fresh Living. It's that time of year where the air quality, for lack of a better word, sucks. And so we wanted to ask the expert here to how we can protect our lungs.
We are joined by Dr. Denitsa Blagev, an Intermountain Medical Center pulmonologist. All right, so first of all, let's talk about those who might have lung disease. Should they skip their medication?
Absolutely not. So I think that's one of the key and important things is that all of us are, or not all of us, a lot of us have medications for chronic diseases, and whether that is for asthma, emphysema, or other lung disease, or even, believe it or not, for cardiovascular disease, we're particularly at risk during periods of high air pollution, and so those are specifically the times we want to make sure we're taking our medications.
So does that mean we need to lock ourselves inside and never go outside?
So unfortunately, when the air quality is bad, we're really limited in what we can do to protect ourselves. One thing that we do know is that air quality indoors tends to be cleaner than air quality outdoors. That does depend a little bit on whether you're living with a smoker, for example, or there might be other sources of indoor air pollution. But in general, if the air quality is bad outside, inside is cleaner.
All right, let's talk about exercising on those days. What should we be doing on those days?
So when we exercise, we take in deeper breaths and more of the air pollution gets into our lungs. And so on the days that we're exercising and there's bad air pollution outdoors, to limit that exposure, the smart thing to do is to exercise indoors.
Now, is there any apparatuses or machines that will clean the air while we work out outside?
So there are some indoor air outside.
Probably just indoors, right, is the only place where we could really help that.
Right. Outside, it is what it is, and really what we can try to do is limit the amount of air pollution we emit, so limit how much we drive and try to use public transportation, things like that.
But we are lucky enough to have the mountains where we can go up there and the air is a little cleaner.
That's true. Most people can't really drop everything and drive up to altitude, but when we have the smog, air pollution, and the particulates, up at higher altitude is better.
We talk about those with compromised immune systems. You know, every time this happens, we're like, okay, if you have a compromised immune system, limit your time outdoors. Do you just trust how you feel? Is that kind of a good gauge?
No. So in fact, air pollution is bad for all of us, whether we have any underlying diseases or not. And there are studies showing that people that live at high air pollution levels are more likely to get lung cancer, to develop asthma, other lung disease, heart disease. So the way you feel won't really tell you the exposure, and I think that's one of the reasons that we really want people to be aware of the air quality reports and look at those numbers. And if it's a red air day, that's really the day that all of us, whether we have any diseases or not, should be avoiding the air pollution exposure.
Well, the phone lines are open right now. We've got Ask the Expert, 1-877-908-0680. Everybody's standing by to answer your questions. So, Doctor, thank you very much.
Thank you.